My friends, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm just kidding. I've been doing readings every day, but I haven't done a face reading in almost 3 weeks. I don't know. I sunburned myself a couple times and then I just didn't feel like doing one face-to-face. So I hope you guys are doing well. I woke up this morning with the urge to do a face reading, and we're going to do a you and them. So we're going to see if this is your reading with this little deck first. So if you're resonating with this deck, this is probably your reading. And I know I've been doing regular readings. I am taking a break from doing zodiac readings for the day. I still have 4 signs left. I believe I have Leo left and then the earth signs. But, and I know that I've been doing readings, but I feel like I haven't connected with you in the same way because I haven't been doing this. Anyway, and some of you were saying that you miss seeing me, so I thought I'd come on and do a face reading. So let's get into this reading and see what you need to know. So we're going to see if this is your reading, and there's no bottom of the deck energy to go off of yet. So let's get into it. So if you're resonating with this part, this is your reading. And like I said, this is going to be a you and them. So I'll do a little bit of an energy check for you. And then it's mostly going to be about your person, but I do want to do a little itty bitty energy check for you to see if it's yours. So let's get into it. So what do you need to know? Or what's surrounding you, I should say. Let's have a look. Something specific wants to come out. What's surrounding this collective that I'm tapping into today? We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. So you could be trying to have faith that love is coming. I love that this came out. You have healthier choices, making healthier choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. I love it. So clearly you are focusing on yourself right now. It's interesting because I wasn't going to mention it unless this card came out, but you could be trying to live a healthier lifestyle too. 3 weeks ago, I started exercising. So I've actually been focusing on that for the last 3 weeks. I've been focusing on my health. If you are looking, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but if you are, especially if you're a feminine or a woman, and I'm not trying to gender you, but you're looking for a workout to do, I stumbled 3 weeks ago, I stumbled upon Grow with Jo, and her energy and her light is so beautiful. And I've found I've found her workouts really good. So I wanted to mention it. If that, I told Spirit, if that card comes out, I'm going to mention it. I'm also someone who believes that, I'm going to ramble a little bit here, but I'm someone who believes that I believe that we should be building each other up, not tearing each other down. So I just want to mention, if you ever see light workers tearing other light workers down, that's not a good sign. And I've been seeing it quite a bit in our community recently, and it makes me a little bit sad. So that's another reason why I wanted to mention Grow with Jo, because I believe that we should be, there's so much darkness in the world and there's so much sadness. I feel like we should be encouraging each other and lifting each other up, not pointing fingers and judging each other. But anyway, Grow with Jo, check her out. Like I said, there's something about her energy and her light and her spirit that I just love. So back to you. Healthier choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. And then we have faith, love is coming. So you could be trying to keep faith or trying to keep a positive mindset. We also have cassette here, replaying events over in your head. So even though you're trying to keep a positive mindset, making healthier choices, you could also be replaying events in your head about this situation. That could also be the person you're connected to, I'm hearing, could be thinking about you. So let's see what else comes out. What else? I feel like that's your person. I feel like you're so focused on your own happiness and having faith. I feel like the person you're connected to is in their head about you. sometimes, you know, when we detach energetically, it opens up that energy flow. So let's see what's going on here. So you could have been in a relationship where there was a lot of triggers, or this could be a connection where there was a lot of triggers, resentments, lessons, letting go and loving you. And I just mentioned detachment. So sometimes when we're holding on really tightly to something, it can block the energy. And I feel like whoever you are, you're someone who's focusing on yourself, focusing on your health, focusing on self-love. This could have been a connection that triggered some insecurities within you, also within this person. We have not enough, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues. And it came out with this trigger card. So it feels like this connection was meant to teach you important lessons. It was very triggering, and it could have triggered you into feeling like you weren't enough, especially if this person didn't choose you, or there was like third-party interference. And now you're realizing how important it is to love yourself with that self-love card. Yeah, we have heartbroken coming out underneath cassette. So I feel like whoever you're connected to is actually now starting to feel this pain. When this separation, I'm going to say separation, happened, you could have been feeling deeply hurt, sad, grieving, mourning, but it feels like you're kind of turning your energy around right now. And I feel like whoever you're connected to is now feeling the separation, feeling sad. It's funny, I flipped that over before I said I didn't flip that over before I said separation, but I was hearing separation. Yeah, we have reminiscing. So you've definitely got someone reminiscing about you. And, you know, maybe you're still reminiscing about this person as well, even though you're focused on yourself and your self-love. All right, we'll get two more, and then we'll get into the energy. Two more. What do we need to know about this situation? I just heard when life gives you lemon, make lemonade. I feel like you're making lemonade. We have chaser. See, I feel like that's what you're healing. I feel like you could have been someone who was chasing something. Fear of abandonment issue, you know, that's coming out underneath not enough. And I feel like this is what you're healing right now with that healing card. Could be dealing with a soulmate or a soul connection. One more. And maybe, you know, you've recently stopped chasing this person, not just in the physical, but also energetically. Maybe you're trying not to think about them. You're focusing on yourself. And, you know, I feel like this person is feeling your detachment. And we have clock, needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So it feels like you're using this time to heal this chaser energy. And maybe it's taken you some time to heal it, is what I'm hearing. And then we have watching on the bottom. So it almost feels like this person could be watching you, thinking about you, replaying events, reminiscing about you. I just heard, I'm doing me. So I feel like you're just doing you right now. So let's get animal cards to confirm your energy. You could be healing emotional wounds right now with the sea serpent. Emotional wounds such as, you know, fear of abandonment, those chaser wounds. Yes! Divine feminine, yes. Being comfortable with the silence, standing in your power, maybe boundaries. All right, let's get a card for you. Whoa, we have masculine energy on the bottom. Interesting, feminine and masculine energy. So you could be dealing with a counterpart connection or a soul connection, because we did see that soulmate card. But it feels like you are balancing your feminine and masculine energies. This is about movement too. So maybe you are someone who's been working out, because I felt called to mention it for a reason. So show me the viewer, Spirit. Show me the viewer's energy. Show me the viewer's energy. Well, this is lovely. We have the cobra. So a pause. That's about that separation. It cut me off. We have a lot of energy here coming up for you. We have 4 cards. We have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have 2 water cards, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we do have the Cobra, and the Cobra talks about a pause. So you could be taking a pause right now from this connection. This card also talks about teaching. So maybe you're learning something right now, or maybe you are thinking about being a teacher to others. For some reason, this card always gives me a bit of Hierophant energy, learning lessons. This card talks about when the lesson is ready to be learned, the teacher appears. So it could be that this person came into your life to teach you a lesson about fear of abandonment and chasing. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like this person could have come into your life and started running and could have triggered an abandonment wound within you because you were finally ready to learn and heal that wound. Those wounds can lay dormant in us for a long time. So it feels like there's a pause here with the Cobra. And then we have the Dolphin, which I love. Strong spiritual practice, happiness, gratitude. Love it. You could be very spiritual. This card also talks about healing. And it talks about once you come into contact with a dolphin type, it'll change the course of your life. So it feels like you are really focused on your spiritual practices right now. And gratitude and happiness is what I'm hearing. And we also have the Starfish. So the Starfish has an interesting energy as well. You could be quite beautiful because the starship, okay. Maybe you're not from this planet. I don't know why I said starship. This starfish does talk about, a lot of surface level beauty, but it also talks about reconnecting to your dreams or reconnecting to the things you love. So let's just say you were a chaser, or you were an overgiver. You could have sacrificed some of your dreams, some of your hobbies, some of your interests, some of your friendships. You could have sacrificed them while you were chasing this person, or you could have been overgiving to this person, and you could have put some of your interests and dreams on the back burner, is what I'm hearing. And the Starfish talks about reconnecting to dreams that you've kind of put on hold, or even, how I was talking about working out, maybe, or like even the example of taking a trip, things that you were putting off because you were so focused on this connection or chasing this connection. This is about reconnecting to those. I just want to look at my book for 1 minute. Starship. Maybe Star Trek's important. Beautiful and alluring. Uplifting, artistic, expressive, to bring into balance positive friends. So you could be spending time with positive friends right now. Beautiful. And then we have the Crow. So the Crow is actually beautiful because it does talk about psychic ability. So you could be focusing on your intuition or your psychic ability. Again, that's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be seeing a lot of crows right now. I always take note of what I'm thinking about when I come across a crow, or sometimes I'll be thinking about something or going through something, and all of a sudden a murder of crows will appear outside. Spiritually strong, that's you. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and can only be tapped into when the mind is clear. And maybe when you were with this person, there were so many triggers and so many, lessons and wounds being triggered. It could have been a very confusing connection as well, where you weren't seeing things clearly. And it feels like right now, your mind is very clear, you're spiritually strong right now, so you could be having even downloads about and getting a clearer perspective of what happened in the past, what's happening right now, and your intuition could be very strong about what's coming in the future. And to bring into balance, daily meditation practice, so you could also be focusing on meditation, and to bring into balance a healthy diet. So health, very important. Joyful friends and regular self-study. So it feels like you're focused on health, self-study, self-reflection, aligning yourself with people who uplift you with this dolphin card, reconnecting to dreams with the starfish. I like it. I like that for you. All right. I will shuffle these off camera for your person so that you don't have to watch me shuffle all those decks. So I want to get some of these cards for you, and we'll see what's going on with you a little bit further. All right. So let's have a look at what's happening for the viewer. What's going on with my viewer? We have the Magician, beautiful. So you could be in a period of manifestation. You could be trying to manifest something here with the Magician. Expansion, so you could be going through an expansion. Ideas, talkative, expression, thoughts, manifester, resourceful, curious, electronics, conduit, inspired action, quick. Very nice Magician energy. So clearly you're a powerful manifester, especially with that Crow card. Then we have the Falcon, rising above. So I'm hearing rising above challenges, rising above, fear of abandonment and chasing. Ability, strategy, skill, focus. So you could be very focused on your skill set right now. A transition, so you're going through a beautiful transition. Changes, higher self, transitioning into your higher self. Third eye, so third eye activation, especially with that Crow. Far-reaching vision, so you could be thinking about what you want for your future. And with that Crow card and this third eye, you could be getting intuitive downloads about your future. Yes, we have the light bulb. I'm like a proud mama over here. We have light bulb, aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, reveal, realize, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect. So clearly your light is on. That's what I'm hearing. And we have the Lion, and the Lion talks about, in that animal deck that I love so much, the animal talks about someone who is going through personal and spiritual transformation. Fair, just, devoted, majestic, high self-esteem, so you could be working on your self-esteem. I think a lot of us spent way too much of our lives being too hard on ourselves. Authority figure, so you could be an authority figure to others. Overcoming difficulties. Heart-centered. Beautiful. You could be a Leo. All right, let's keep going. Let's get a few more for you. Actually, let's do it this way. Show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. I just love this. Oh my goodness. We have stepping stones. The process of arrival, step by step, how to keep on going, baby steps, progress, spiritual growth. Didn't I say that about the Lion? Personal and spiritual growth. So you could be taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. We have double rainbow, divine intervention, ascension, ascending. Your cards are beautiful. Perfect timing, serendipity, light codes, promises kept, duality, as above, so below. Maybe you've seen a rainbow recently or even a double one. We have catalyst. So this connection could have been the catalyst for your awakening, for your spiritual ascension, for your self-esteem is what I'm hearing. Catalyst, ignite, fuel, torched, fan the flames, infuse, breathe, kindle, spark, effort required, passion, get it going. So you could be very focused on your passion right now. You could be very focused on putting an effort to your health. But clearly this was a catalyst in your journey. And we have albatross, a good omen. Nice. Calm, monogamy, stanima. All right. Let's get three more. Let's get three more for you. So we have ring, pact, cycle, trust, alliance, commit, contracts, partnership, circular, continuing on, promise, bond, closure. So I'm not sure if you were married to this person. Maybe you saw yourself marrying this person, but it looks like to me you are honoring whatever is in your soul agreement or your soul contract. And you're committed to, you don't necessarily have to be committed to this person, but I hear you're committing to yourself right now, which is beautiful. We have, you know what? I never take my rings off, and I had an x-ray and I had to take all my rings off, and I felt so weird. I felt so weird because I never take my rings off. We have feminine energy. Love it. Divine feminine energy. Or you could have a feminine on your mind. And we have the elephant, gentle, lucid dreams. So you could be having some pretty important dreams right now. Keep your wits about you. Powerful, wise, trust, easily removing obstacles, telepathy, supportive. So you could also be helping support others in some way. I love your energy. Love it. I feel like you're in high vibrations. So now we're going to get some tarot cards here. Let me clean these up. Let's clean these up. So tarot, for the viewer, let's see what's going on with you, my friend Empress. Divine feminine energy, healing that chaser energy. Empresses don't chase, they attract. Feminine energy, creation of life, abundance, maternal, divine feminine energy, beauty, sensuality, pregnancy, care and nurturing, connecting with Mother Earth. That's Taurus and Libra. And we have the King of Pentacles. So you could be focusing on your own stability. You could be focusing on your business, on your own security, on your own abundance. Clearly, you're someone who is reliable, safe, kind. You could be protecting your energy. I'm sorry if that's loud. I feel like that's probably really loud for you. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So right now, you know, you could be, I don't want to say that you're avoiding this person, but like if this is someone who wanted to argue with you, maybe you are not engaging with them because this says conflict avoidance. It does say harmony, peace, more relaxed environment, release of tension, end of conflict, agreements. So you could be healing, like maybe it was part of your soul contract. I believe in soul contracts. Maybe it was part of your soul contract to heal out that chaser energy. And you could be someone who's never experienced chaser energy before in your life. It could have been lying dormant within you, and then this connection triggered it. I know a lot of people say they resonate with that. They say, I've never had this kind of problem where I'm chasing someone or I feel that pull towards someone. So Five of Wands, you're overcoming blockages. Five of Wands in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you're focused on your own wheel, I'm hearing. Good luck. So you could be about to go through some good luck. Fate, life cycles, destiny, a turning point. So you've definitely hit a turning point. Changes, cycle, karma. My ears are ringing. All right. So with the Wheel of Fortune, we have fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. All right. Show me the viewer's energy. Show me the viewer's energy. We've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. We've got the Devil in reverse. This is beautiful. So you could be really healing some childhood wounds here, my friend, with the Six of Cups. So you could be feeling a little bit nostalgic about this person, or you could be thinking about them because we do have the Six of Cups. We also have memories. So you could be thinking about times or replaying memories that you had with them. And, you know, just know if you're focused on yourself right now and you're doing great, and then all of a sudden this person pops into your head, it could be because they're thinking about you and they're pulling on your energy. We also have, you know, healing childhood wounds with the Six of Cups. We have focusing on your own gifts, which I mentioned with the starfish. I mentioned that. Joy, healing, comfort, pleasure. So focusing on your own healing, the things that make you feel comfortable, the things that bring you pleasure. And, you know, you could be doing all this, but this person still holds a space in your heart, or you still have fond memories of them. We do have the devil in reverse, which I love for you. So the devil in reverse is when someone releases codependency and releases like anxious attachment, anxious avoidant, which is what I was seeing in that first part. So you are facing your shadows, reclaiming your power, releasing what no longer serves you. So you could be releasing like unhealthier lifestyles, addictions, people in your life. We have independence, so focusing on your own independence, recovery. Love it! Capricorn energy. I'm so proud of you. And 10 of Wands in reverse. Delegation. So you could have had a lot on your plate, or you could have been carrying around a lot of burdens or a lot of baggage, especially from childhood. And now you're kind of laying those burdens down. You're releasing some of them, healing some of them. We do have taking a break. So you could be taking a break from interacting with this person, finally saying no. So maybe you put up boundaries. Freedom, again. So you have a few cards about freedom and release and lightening the load. So you're no longer feeling weighed down as much as you were in the past. I just want to see how you're feeling about this person. On the bottom, we have the 8 of Cups. So right now you could be moving, or you could be moving away from what no longer fulfills you or feeds your soul, I'm hearing. You could be walking away from not only this connection, but other friendships that don't align with you. Walking away from less than you deserve, or situations where, you know, you're accepting less than you deserve. 8 of Cups. So let's see how you're feeling about this person. And then I'm going to get a few more cards and then I'm going to move on to them. So how are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? Well, we have the Hierophant. So you could feel a higher level of commitment with them. You could feel a spiritual contract with them with the Hierophant. You could be feeling like this person, maybe you feel like this person needs some mentoring or counseling, I'm hearing. So we have the Wheel of Fortune for how you feel about this person. So clearly you feel like this is a destined spiritual connection. Soulmate did come out. I was also hearing Twin Flame. You're feeling like the universe is in control right now. So you're feeling, you know, you've done all you can and the universe is in control of this person now. We also have changes. So you could feel like this person needs to make adjustments or make changes if this is going to come back around again. But like I said, clearly you see this as a fated, destined connection. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles does talk about commitment. So with the Hierophant and the 8 of Pentacles, it does feel like you do feel like you have some kind of fated commitment with this person, or you know, maybe you wanted to marry them with that ring card. But you could feel like, you know, with the 8 of Pentacles, that this person needs to spiritually grow and evolve and work on themselves if this wheel is going to come back around, is what I'm hearing. Let's get one more for how you're feeling about them. We have Taurus, and then we have Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. It took me so long to remember the fixed signs. All right, so one more for how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this person? It's so interesting because whenever the card drops, it like goes around in a circle, and it reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card, but I have to wait to see if it's going to be in the upright or the reverse. So this landed in the upright, and it's 10 of Pentacles for how you feel about this person. So you have 3 cards about commitment here, or wanting long-term success with this person. So clearly you still hope that there's a future with this person. We also have the Nine of Swords on the bottom for how you feel about this person. So you could be releasing fear of the unknown. One of those cards talked about releasing fear of the unknown. I can't remember which one. It also says finding help. And remember I said about the Hierophant, like maybe you think your person needs some help, specifically like mentorship or counseling. But it feels like you're not feeling as anxious about this person right now. Like I said, you're so focused on your own happiness that it's helping and keeping that positive mindset that it's almost like it's helping to release some fear here. All right. So I'm going to pause it and I'm going to shuffle these cards and then I want to get into your person's energy. All right. So very interesting. When I was shuffling for your person, when I was shuffling the animal deck, I saw every egg in the book. I saw every egg. Maybe Easter is symbolic or maybe they like eggs. But I saw the golden egg. I saw the black egg. And now after the cut, we have the cosmic egg on the bottom. So I feel like your person is going through a transformation with all that egg energy. Those are all spiritual cards having to do with awakening, having to do with seeing the truth. So that's interesting to me. So let's see your person's energy. Show me your person's, the viewers. Yes. I get so into these readings. We have the Vulture. Yes. So what you thought was a tragedy is actually a blessing in disguise. This reminds me of the Temperance card. We have air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have earth energy. We have the bear. So earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So your person, I just said, I feel like they're going through some sort of awakening. And the bear talks about awakening from a spiritual slumber. So clearly this person has been asleep and now they're starting to wake up. With the Vulture, like I just said, this card talks about what you thought was a tragedy is actually a blessing in disguise. So this person is also learning lessons, and maybe this separation or this heartbreak, or even if there was third-party interference, it could have felt like a tragedy, but it was actually a blessing in disguise. Now, I didn't get any third-party energy cards coming out, but I have a very clear download that I want to mention. So it is possible for some of you, and I feel like you would know about this, because I did mention third-party energy, even though I didn't get a card, I was hearing it. And now with the Vulture, one of the things this Vulture card talks about is the Vulture does the messy work no one else wants to do or can do. And there could have been third-party interference, which felt like a tragedy to you, but was actually a blessing in disguise, because this third party, and I'm not just talking about romantic third party, it could have been a friend, it could have been a family member, it could have been a work situation. This, if there was this third party energy that I'm hearing, it could have taught this person a lesson that you were unable to teach them, because maybe, you know, you're too sweet, or you're too loving, or you're too, not too much, but maybe it was something that you weren't able to teach them because you just didn't have that in you. And I don't know how to explain that better, but like maybe this person needed somebody to treat them the way that they treated you so that they could learn a lesson. And maybe that you didn't have that within your soul, you little dolphin. Maybe you didn't have that within your soul. And that's, again, I'm not saying that your person has a third party didn't come out, but I'm hearing that for a reason. And just that energy of the Vulture again talks about the messy work that no one else wants to do. So there could have been a messy lesson that this person needed to learn when they weren't with you. And like I said, that lesson could have come in the form of a tower moment in their life, a work situation, a friendship ending, a fight with a family member. Anyway, doesn't have to be third party, but I was hearing it, so I wanted to mention it. But the Vulture is purification. So your person's energy is being cleansed right now. It's being purified. And I always get temperance energy with this card. So Sagittarius could be symbolic. But temperance, like this person, something could have been out of balance in their life, or something could have been out of balance in this connection, because Chaser came out. So you could have been overgiving to this situation. I did mention overgiving, and kind of not paying attention to your dreams and your hobbies and your things. You could have been overgiving to this person. It could have become imbalanced. And this is essential for rebalance. So right now your person's energy is being rebalanced. And I'm hearing, re-examining the priorities they've chosen. So I'm also called to the fact that there's this purple kind of aura around this vulture. So right now your person could also be going through some sort of third eye awakening. And, if you're mirroring, you seem to be going through a third eye awakening. Vulture. Essential for rebalance. Clarifies, reveals wisdom. So yeah, the vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is actually a blessing in disguise. When out of balance, dramatic and aggressive. So you could have been dealing with someone who maybe they were a little bit dramatic and aggressive. They could have had distorted masculine energy, wanting to be right, wanting to fight. And then we have the bear. They only got 2 cards. Maybe I'll get them another one. But the bear talks about awakening from a spiritual slumber. It talks about someone who's starting to wake up and starting to find their footing. And if you have awakened, you know what it feels like to awaken. You don't just open your eyes one day and It's messy. It can be messy. So it feels like right now your person could be going through a tower moment that's kind of waking them up. I also always get 4 of Swords in reverse energy, release from isolation with the bear. Your person could be Harry. Maybe their name is Harry. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. After a long winter, the bear arises from a deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move towards the light. So your person is getting a wake-up call. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of personal transformation. Do you see? So inner strength, yearning to grow, to bring into balance movement and exercise. How funny. So maybe your person is the one focusing on exercise, or maybe if you are focusing on exercise, there could be a bit of mirroring going on there. All right, let's get one more for your person. Let's see their energy. Show me the person the viewer is connected to. Wow, so this is good. So we have the butterfly, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is someone on, the bear talks about being on the cusp of personal transformation. Personal transformation, the butterfly. So your person is going through personal transformation right now, and that can be messy. I often talk about the cycle of a butterfly, about how the cocoon, within the cocoon, it's like dark night of the soul. Everything dissolves. It turns into goo. And then the butterfly starts to transform and emerge. And even when the butterfly comes out of its cocoon, at first, like the bear coming out of its cave, it's afraid to let go of its old self. It'll hang on to the cocoon for a while because it doesn't know that it can fly. Even though its intuition is like, you can fly, just let go. It still holds on to its former self. So your person, there could be aspects of their former self that they're still holding on to here. But this is really good. Lots about transformation and repurification, which I love. And we have the earthworm, and that's more about awakening. But this is someone who's newly awakening. So they're feeling like they're just beginning their awakening journey. They could feel like this talks about being a novice. I think that's the right word, a novice. So they could, like, if you're someone who's very awakened, they could feel a little intimidated because they're just, I just grabbed the book. So this person could be feeling self-conscious or apprehensive about coming towards you, about coming out of their cave, about letting go of that cocoon, because you could be someone who is very awakened, someone who is very spiritual, and they may have this fear that they haven't learned enough or grown enough. And you can see there's a transformation happening here that they're kind of not showing you. You can see how the earthworm is protecting its energy. And this, again, it talks about self-conscious and feeling self-conscious and apprehensive because they're a novice. And, you know, the earthworm says, don't be... I hope that didn't cut me off. I just had an error pop up on my phone. I hope you can hear me right now. Blink twice if you can hear me. But this talks about, you know, speaking up. And it's a reminder to your person not to be intimidated by you, because you used to be exactly where they were. At one point, you were just starting to wake up. At one point, you were just starting to heal, right? A reminder to not be intimidated or lose hope, to bring into balance, speak up. So this person is feeling, you know, shy and hesitant about coming towards you is what this looks like. All right, let's keep going. I've already shuffled. I need to remind myself because my muscle memory just goes right back into shuffling. I've already shuffled. So on the bottom of this deck, we do have magnifying glass, get more info, do research. So maybe your person is doing more research on awakening. They could also be keeping an eye on you or trying to get more information about you. I'm seeing the Page of Swords, so they could be trying to learn more or get more information before communicating with you. But yeah, let's get into it. So the viewer's person, we're looking at the viewer's person's energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We have High Priestess, communication. Oh my goodness. So that's what I mean. There's this energy with those animal cards where this person wants to release from isolation. They want to come out of their cave. They want to let go of that cocoon, but they're feeling apprehensive about coming towards you for whatever reason. And the only two cards that I can see right now are the High Priestess. So this person, like the earthworm, it's like they're guarding their energy. They're not showing you this. The space between inner and outer worlds, inner knowing, dreams, past life knowledge. It also says silence and guarded. So this person right now is being quiet with you. They're tapping into their intuition, but they're being guarded, quiet with you, not communicating. But then we have communication. So it's like this person is feeling intuitively guided to communicate with you, but they're feeling apprehensive about it. Communication, unite, connecting, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. So I feel like for some of you, this person could also be seeing through their own veil or seeing the truth of some of their programming. That card about outdated thinking and replaying events over in your head mentioned programmed thinking and outdated beliefs. So this person with the High Priestess card, this person could have lifelong learned behaviors that now they're seeing the truth of. And I was hearing communication. So there could be some sort of truth about their own communication style that they're seeing. But they're overcoming barriers in their own energy. But there's definitely this energy of wanting to compromise and build a bridge here and communicate with you, but feeling apprehensive and shy about it. So we have, this card always reminds me of the Page of Swords, which is what I just said. We have element of air. So wanting to communicate, being curious about communicating with you, but gathering information, wanting to get more info. And it says it's likely, but it's developing. So right now your person's butterfly wings are still developing. Think about it like that. It's very much Page of Swords energy. And we have Gaia, Mother Earth. So grounding, they're grounding themselves right now, getting to know their true inner identity, experiencing duality, inner versus outer worlds, polar opposites, fertility, practicality, center of everything, balance, the vulture. So grounding right now, which makes sense with the earthworm. And we have tracks, steady forward movement, one way, go the distance. So this person is experiencing forward movement, just like you're experiencing forward movement. And we have, I think I can. So this person is very focused right now on what they want to do here, which looks to be communication with you. I think I can. But, you know, it's developing. It's still in development. So they're not ready to reach out yet, but it's developing. They're gathering information. This card also says cold, right? So maybe this person has a cold way of communicating, or maybe this person is still feeling a little bit, you know, with that High Priestess card, guarded. We have Pisces energy. Show me a few more for this person. Show me this person's energy, please. Oh my goodness, this is very interesting to me. So we have Cross, waking up to spirituality. Remember I said I saw all the eggs. Destiny, spirituality, divine guidance. So they're getting divine guidance right now. They could be going through trials, emotional loss for some of them. Necessity, conviction, duty, crisis, fate. So they're being divinely guided right now. And you kind of, for how you feel about this person, Wheel of Fortune, you feel like the universe is in control. So the divine guidance, the universe is in control. We have stalemate. So they're kind of stuck on how to come towards you or how to make a move towards you right now. Delay tactics. This person could be, it's interesting because this is coming out over the bridge. So it's like this person wants to compromise with you. Maybe in the past they didn't want to compromise, or there was some sort of standoff between you. They could have had a fear of commitment here with the stalemate card. But it feels like right now this person, you know, being divinely guided to come towards you, but also they could be procrastinating a little. I keep seeing or there could be a tower moment happening in their life. I just flipped over the tower. I kept seeing like the butterfly not wanting to let go of the cocoon. So we do have the tower. So your person is going through lessons. What did that card say? Trials. They could be going emotional loss. So it feels like they are going through some sort of tower moment right now. It says upheaval, sudden change, action, self-assertion, chaos. There could also be, it says impulsive. So there could be this impulsive energy to reach out to you, but they could be, I'm hearing procrastinating. And then we have masculine energy. So you had feminine energy and they have masculine energy. Let's get two more. Two more. All right. So we've got fireworks on the bottom. So yeah, we have house, home, belongings, root, comfort, safety, family, traditions, framework, structured, buildings, shelter, boundaries. So right now they're working on their stability. There could also be boundaries put in place. You could have put boundaries up. And then we have spring into action. So there is this energy where they're being divinely guided to spring into action. Increasing growth, new beginnings, setting goals and intentions. Yes, spring into action. So it feels like once this person is in a more stable energy, you know, once they feel like they're in a stable energy and they can spread their wings and fly, that's, I feel, when they're going to take action towards you. I want to see how they're feeling about you with this deck. How are they feeling about the viewer? How are they feeling about the viewer? Mama Bear? How are they feeling? It's funny because I said to you, I'm like a proud mama. Maybe you are a parent with this bear card. You could be a boss. This is how they feel about you. Boss, CEO, judge, coach, finance, benefits, wealth. So you could be wealthy. You could be a parent, or you could be protecting her energy right now. It says protective. I like the synchronicity that we also have this bear here. So they could feel like you're already awakened, right? And they're just starting to awaken. We have the moon, divine feminine energy for how they feel about you. So the moon shows this person feeling, you know, there's an intuitive connection with you, but they could be feeling uncertainty about how to come towards you, like especially if there's been boundaries put into place. They seem to feel like you could be protecting your energy. If you don't know what mama bear energy is, like if you're not a mama bear or a papa bear, I always describe it as I went through my entire life too afraid to stand up for myself. But man, after I had kids, the first time somebody hurt one of my kids, this mama bear came out. So, you know, that mama bear energy or parent bear could have come out of you, or that protective energy. They feel like you are someone intuitive, dreamy, artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, intuitive, tender, humane, sensitive, the moon. We also have justice. So they feel like you're someone who is very fair, very balanced. Desires harmony and balance. So you could have told them, I desire balance. I want a balanced connection. But, you know, with justice coming out for how they feel about you, it feels like they owe you some accountability, an apology, like they want to make things right here. And then we have expect the unexpected. So this person, you know, maybe wasn't expecting to meet you, or the way you met could have been very shocking. Clearly they see you as someone very creative, passionate. You could have very sexy. You could have a lot of fire, larger than life. But I keep hearing this person is feeling this with the Tower that came out. It almost feels like this person has this impulsive urge to reach out to you for whatever reason. So let's see how they're feeling about you with one other deck before I get tarot. All right. How are they feeling? Hoping. How are they feeling? I didn't shuffle this one. How are they feeling about my viewer, my friend? Listen. And I hate that some people have this mindset, but this person could have felt like you put a curse on them. Like if this person knows you're into witchy things, or you're into spirituality and crystals, and then you had a separation and all of a sudden Tower moments started happening to them, or things started to go wrong in their life. If they knew that you were magical, like some people, and I see people confirm this in my comment section, but some people are suspicious, like, what did you do? Put a spell on me? No, the universe is in control. Thank you. That's called karma. We have boundaries. So for how they feel about you, you could have put up a boundary here. It says drawing the line, so you could have drawn a line in the sand here. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Loyalty. So this person could have rejected or abandoned you. We have loyalty. So they see you as someone very loyal, very trusting, very reliable, you know, that you believed them. You could have been very trusting of them, and they could have, you know, done something that wasn't so trustworthy. We have soulmates, deep love, unity, connection for how they feel about you. We have abandoned, walked away. So they could feel, you know, either they walked away and abandoned you, Or you could have walked away. You could have, stopped chasing. And now all of a sudden they're the ones that feel left out in the cold, or they feel like you're releasing them. We have, just as I flip that over, we have healing. So they feel like you are someone who's focused on your own healing. It says releasing. So, you could have released them energetically is what I'm hearing. Purifying, cleansing. That reminds me of that vulture card. So this person could feel like there's something very healing and cleansing about your energy. And then we have shallow. And I'm not saying this person thinks you're shallow. I'm not seeing that in your energy. And I'm not just taking sides here. I'm not seeing anything about you being shallow. Except that starfish card can talk about superficiality. But I'm not seeing you as someone who's shallow. This is more hollow. How do they feel without you? Hollow, empty, like something's missing. How is this person feeling about my friend? Oh my gosh. There goes my throat. So we have spying. I told you. Watching you. Social network, information, gaining more information, getting more information about you. They have their ways of checking up on you is what I'm hearing. So they're watching you. And we have intuition. So they know that you're very intuitive. They also feel like they have an inner knowing about you, especially with that soulmate card. They feel this intuitive inner knowing. And we have hoping. So they're hoping, they could be hoping that you're spying on them. You know what? And I'm not here to judge you if you are spying. I've been there. I haven't spied on anybody in a few years, but like, I understand it. Curiosity, can get the best of us. But just know, and don't be mad at me for saying this, but when you spy on them, that's a little bit of energetic chasing. So you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be sending that energy, but it's almost like they hope you're watching them. So they could be posting things, hoping that you're watching them with this spying card, hoping that you're spying on them. They could be, posting that they're doing great, or they could be posting whatever, hoping that you'll see it. Try and resist that temptation though, because like I said, that is a little bit, and I've said that before and somebody got upset, but it is a little bit of energetic chasing, because when you open up social media and you look at them, energetically you are sending them energy. It is a form of energetic chasing. All right, let's get two more for how this person is feeling about you. But clearly this person still has hope for the future with you with that hoping card. So we have twin flame coming out. So this person definitely feels a soul connection with you. I don't know if they know what twin flames are, but they definitely have never felt anything like this before with the twin flame card coming out. We have peace, balance, harmony. So they could feel like you're living your best life right now, especially if they're watching you. They could feel, you could have asked for requiring harmony and balance. That's what that justice card said. So you could have said to them, I want peace. I want balance. I want reciprocity, or whatever you said. They're feeling like you want balance and harmony. But they could also be thinking that you seem peaceful without them is what I'm hearing. And then we have thinking about you. And in that foggy thing, it says, the foggy window, it says, I miss you. Missing you, craving, desiring. So they're the ones replaying the events. So like I said, that 6 of Cups in your energy, if this person just pops into your head throughout your day, you know why. All right, we're going to get tarot now. And I didn't even notice until just 1 minute ago, but after I shuffled the deck, we have Judgment on the bottom, which confirms this awakening energy that I keep picking up for your person. So going through a judgment, wake-up call, didn't I say it? They're getting their wake-up call. The universe is like, hello, open your eyes, wake up. Self-evaluation, awakening, judgment. So your person is getting their wake-up call right now, which, you know, can sometimes include tower moments. Oh, that's weird. We have the Ace of Swords, breakthrough. So they're going through some sort of breakthrough moment. All right, so let's see your person's energy. Let's see your person's energy. Show me this person's energy. Show me this person's energy. Well, that's good. We have the Four of Swords, the bear. They're in their cave. They're in their cocoon. Four of Swords. Rest, renewal, solitude, time to gather your thoughts, retreat, sanctuary, self-protection. So they are, you know, the Four of Swords brings clarity and awareness. So right now they are, you know, they could be very withdrawn from you, quiet. I was seeing separation, guarded, I'm hearing. But it's bringing clarity. We also have this person sitting here. Focus. We also have this person sitting here, and you can see they're looking up at these two swords. So it almost feels like, hello, my friend from Berlin. You just sent me a reel on Instagram. Hello. Sorry, that dropped down and I wanted to give her a shout out. What was I saying? Remember how I was talking about that Two of Swords energy, or that stalemate energy? So it's almost like this person is looking up at those two swords, trying to figure out what to do here. They could be torn between their mind and their intuition right now, or their mind and their heart, but they're kind of looking up at those two swords like, what do I do here? Anyway, we have the Magician. So your person is thinking about how to turn visions into reality here. The Magician does talk about focusing on their own resources right now. So I always say with the Magician, you know, your person is working on their water, fire, earth, and air. So working on all of their elements. The Magician is also the energy of wanting to communicate or wanting to make something happen in reality. Like it says, turning visions into reality. So right now your person is feeling called to turn what they're envisioning into reality here. Manifesting you, that hoping card. So it feels like this person is manifesting you, even if it's just because they're thinking about you so much. And we have the Page of Pentacles. This is good. So your person seems to be focused on their growth right now, where they're starting to plant pentacles. They're starting the growing process. You know, that's my favorite page. It just me. That's just me. That's my favorite page because it does show a little bit of growth. And they're grounding themselves. Very goal oriented. So they're focusing on what needs to be done with that that railway card. All right, so we have the Empress in reverse here. So your person is feeling insecure. The Page of Pentacles, okay, they could be feeling insecure that they haven't grown enough to come back towards you. They could be feeling insecure that if they communicate with you, you're not going to answer. Insecurity. Hang on. That could be what's keeping your person stuck right now, is insecurity. Insecurity. So it's interesting because the Empress in reverse talks about losing some of their willpower, but then they have the Magician in the upright. So they're getting some of that willpower back. So it feels like they are turning this energy around. They're starting to find their willpower again. They could have also been they could have been hoping that you, like by manifesting you, they could have been, the Empress in reverse talks about relying on someone else. So this person, maybe there's other people in their life that they're dependent on or they rely on, But I'm more so hearing if this person is feeling insecure, they could have been trying to manifest you chasing them or reaching out to them. Do I think they're like, oh, I want that person to chase me? I don't think that's what they were saying. But I feel like this person was almost manifesting you would reach out to them so they wouldn't have to be the ones to make that move, because they're feeling like there's some kind of standoff between you, like you're not taking any action towards them. So with this Empress in reverse, it does talk about lack of self-worth, which that's not the best. Like, I hope this is what your person is transforming. So hopefully they're transforming out of that lack of self-worth. But like I said, it's like relying on someone else to make the decision or to come towards you. So it's almost like they were hoping that you would come towards them with the Empress in reverse. And then we have the Three of Wands. So there is forward movement here, progress, expansion, confidence. Okay, so they are making progress when it comes to their lack of self-worth and their confidence. And there is forward movement with the Three of Wands. Progression, growth. Working towards working on a stronger foundation for themselves. All right. I'm going to get one more card for them. Show me this person's energy. We've got the Six of Cups. So remember what I said about you. Remember what I said about you. There's definitely some mirroring here. So if this person pops into your head, there's a reason. But we do have, you know, someone thinking about you, someone being very nostalgic, wanting reunion, wanting to reach out to you. This is also showing me with the Page of Pentacles. It's also showing that this person could be working on childhood wounds here, which is good. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So they are taking their time, slow and steady. And I'm always called to mention the veil on this card. So remember how I specifically got that download about your person finally seeing through the veil? And on this card, you can see this veil is down around the Knight of Pentacles waist. So this veil is falling away. But, you know, very slow moving energy. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Taurus and Libra. We have Gemini and Virgo. So let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Same. Eight of Pentacles. That's how you were feeling about them. There's another card flipped over. We've got the Six of Swords. So wanting to move on to calmer waters, they could feel like you're moving on without them with the Six of Swords, but there's this energy of, you know, Six of Swords wanting to move into calmer waters with you, wanting to repair a disconnect. We have the Knight of Cups, so clearly they have romantic feelings for you. It also says, like, for how they feel about you, you could be very creative. You could be a dreamer, charming, imagination, beauty, graceful, artistic, mediator, negotiator. So maybe this person feels like they need some sort of, you could be a mediator or a negotiator, but maybe this person feels like before they come back to you, they need some sort of mediation, because that's kind of what I was hearing when I was channeling you, that you thought this person needed like maybe a little bit of help. Clearly this person, this is Pisces energy, has romantic feelings for you. We have Justice. So this person does see you. That came out when I asked about how they felt about you in that other deck. Wanting balance and harmony, right? It also shows this person, you know, feeling like they need to take truth and accountability and be honest with you. They could also be feeling like they're getting their karma for mistreating you. And Eight of Pentacles. So they feel like you are someone who's very focused on yourself right now, self-mastery. This came out for how you feel about them, so I find that very interesting. So this person could also be feeling like they need to work on themselves before coming back towards you. Maybe they feel like they need to mature before coming back towards you. It also says commitment, and they feel like, you know, high standards. So they could feel like now you have high standards. Where in the past, maybe you had low standards because you had a fear of abandonment, right? Now they're seeing you as someone with high standards, and they know they need to step up, is what I'm hearing. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Oh. So this person, we have 10 of Cups here. So this person, it's actually in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. Disconnection. So they feel this disconnect between you. Separation, disharmony, unhappiness. So this person is feeling very unhappy without you. I feel like this person sees you as their emotional fulfillment, but they're feeling this disconnect. They're feeling it. We also have, what is happening here? Same cards came out for you, for how you feel about them. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this person does feel like this was a destined connection. Like when they met you, it was a turning point in their life. They feel like there's adjustments that they need to make. They also want resolution with you. They want harmony. They want peace. They want resolution with you. They don't want this disharmony and this conflict. Interesting. Let's see their intentions towards you. Intentions. Well, we have the Sun. So this person's intentions are to heal, to come towards you with confidence and truth. This says truth, to bring clarity to this situation. We also have the Devil in reverse. So this person wants to, their intentions are to face their shadows, to reclaim their power, to release toxic attachments or the end of codependency, and to take control of this situation and to bring clarity and truth. There's something here about this person intends to heal their shadows. So you could have said something to this person about some of the shadows they had. Like I said, this person seems to be the Hierophant. This person, for intentions, the Hierophant, that's commitment. But it's like this person is finally seeing through that veil. Let's see what action they're going to take towards you in the future. Future actions. Well, we've got the Four of Wands, which says homecoming. What actions is this person taking? Oh my. So we have the Star. So this person, the Star always gives me the energy of healing. So this person coming towards you in a positive mindset, wanting to heal this. Yeah, positivity, coming towards you with positivity, wanting to heal this. This is someone coming towards you with inner clarity, wanting a renewal. Wanting a renewal, wanting to rejuvenate this. And I always hear reconnection with the Star. That's Aquarius energy. We've got the Ace of Swords. Breakthrough, truth, new insights, new ideas. Well, I don't need to read that. I know what the Ace of Swords means. Coming towards you with truth and clarity, communication. That's, you know, that's someone reaching out with communication. That's their action. We've got Four of Wands, homecoming, 11-11, celebration, harmony, marriage, gatherings, reunion, stability. So it's like this person's actions, they come home. Even if you've never lived together, I don't mean that you've had to live together, but it's more of that returning home. It is a reunion energy. And then we've got the Four of Swords in reverse, which, didn't I say that with the bear? It never fails with that bear. The Four of Swords in reverse always comes out. Ready to act. Release from isolation. You've also got a couple fours here, which are about stability. So I feel like this person feels like they need to come towards you in a more stable energy. So let's look at future energy between the two of you. Future energy between the two of you. It's spinning. I have to give it a minute. I have to give it a minute to finish spinning to see if it wants to be in reverse. We have Ace of Wands, new beginnings, passionate new beginning, flirtation, inspired action, inspiration, ignited passion, growth, potential, energy, new initiative, enthusiasm. This is future connecting energy between the two of you. And then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, which talks about reconciliation. My advice to you is to just keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep focusing on your own lane, is what I'm hearing. Let this person focus on their lane. You focus on your lane. Apparently, whatever you're doing is helping this person energetically. We have releasing pain, forgiveness, recovery, apologies, emotional and physical healing, self-love as well. But also, the Three of Swords does talk about reconciliation. And we do have, interesting, we have the Moon in reverse. Release of fear. Truth revealed. Repressed emotions being released. Clarity and understanding. So it feels like this person comes towards you in a more honest energy. Oh my gosh, underneath the Three of Swords in reverse, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is how this person feels about you, that you require balance. Didn't I say reciprocity? So we do have a balance of energy here in the future. Giving and receiving, reciprocity. Nice. All right, now I'll get channeled messages. I don't know if any of you have a Fitbit, but it tells you to move every hour. It's like, you're not moving. Get up and move. All right. So channeled messages from your person. Interesting. The first cut we have intervention. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing the two of you together. So channeled messages from your person. Oh, look at that. We have speak up. Don't give up on me. I'm not letting you go. You will hear from me soon. How is this person feeling about you? Or no, sorry, channeled messages from them. Same difference though. So, solitude. So we have distorted. My views on relationship are distorted from past experiences. And that's kind of what I was talking about with that veil. Lifelong programming. We have thankful. I'm thankful to have you in my life for both the small and large things you do. We have wish granted. So clearly you're a wish come true to this person. You're my purpose fulfilled. You're my sun, moon, stars. You're my everything. We have solitude. The silence between us has given me the insight I needed to set my soul free. Remember that Four of Swords, the person looking up at those two swords. We have fantasizing. They're manifesting you just by thinking about you. I fantasize about our future together, our home, kids, vacations. I want it all. The butterflies. The butterfly knows the beauty of change and it settles when you least expect it. And I was hearing like your transformation, when I said it's clearly affecting this person. It's like the butterfly effect. Your wings flapping is affecting this person. We have mirroring. Just what I was saying. Your soul is a mirror of my own. Thank you for treating me with love and respect. Thank you for treating yourself with love and respect. Thank you for, from me, thank you for treating yourself with love and respect. And we have expression. I want the whole world to know you are mine and only mine. Let's get a few more. A few more messages from your person. I had to get up and do my steps. A few more messages from your person. We have intervention. Expect a miracle, divine intervention, and they had divine guidance, so they are being divinely guided right now. Divine intervention can also talk about that tower, so this person could be getting some, Archangel Michael could be stepping in, but it says, did I already read this? Divine intervention is pushing the two of you together. I think I already read that. We have fragmentation, so fragmentation of the soul. Your person could have, both of you could have been through trauma. Until we make our shadows conscious, we will still continue to hurt others. That's sometimes, and I know that some people are going to be mad at me for saying this, but that's sometimes the blessing about these soul contracts, is it heals that soul fragmentation. And we have communication. Expect a message soon. They want to express how much they truly miss you. And that reminds me, that orange reminds me of how for their, was it the intentions that the sun came out? The oranges always remind me of the sun. What does your person want to say? What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? I'm just going to go through the deck one more time. All right. We have emotional, going through an array of emotions. So they're clearly feeling emotional about you right now. The mask is lifting. We have spiritual detox. That's what I was saying about that repurification with the vulture. Releasing negative thoughts and people, major spiritual awakening, cleanse and rebirth. That's good. We have sexual tension. So they could be watching you. You've been on their mind, all the things they want to do to you. Sexual healing. We have heartbreak. The wrong choice was made and now they sit in the pain of losing you. So this person could have chose work over you. They could have chose themselves over you. This doesn't say anywhere on it anything about third party, but that could be another thing that was here. We have picture perfect. You are beautiful inside and out. I stare at your pictures all day long. We have daydreaming. You're always on my mind, even when I try and forget about you. We have together. How we found each other. We are meant to be together forever and ever for eternity. And last card, we have third eye. My third eye can never forget what my heart has seen, the true love I feel for you. So, I'm so glad I did this today. I've missed you guys. Like I said, I know that I do readings all the time. Like every day I do a reading. But for some reason, sometimes I feel more connected to you when I do it this way. So, thank you for spending your time and energy with me. And I am sending you guys lots of love and light, and I promise it won't be 3.5 or 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before you see my face again. Anyway, after a while well, first of all, I sunburned myself twice, so I looked like a lobster. Wear sunscreen. And then I got a little bit camera shy for a bit. I was like, no, I don't want to get on camera. Anyway, I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.